Hi guys, it's Jeff at Slavens Racing. This video is about how to diagnose your bike if your starter button goes dead on your KTM, Husqvarna, Husqvarna, or GASGAS models. Any of them from the KTM group, because they're all built the same way, 2-stroke or 4-stroke. So this was a parking lot diagnosis failure, actually. I was up in the mountains this weekend with my buddy. This is his bike. He takes good care of it. You know, it's not all beat up or anything. He's definitely never messed with anything on the wiring. And the bike started fine. He rode it up, or walked it up the ramp to get it on the truck. And then we get up to the mountains, 3-hour drive, and the thing won't start. It's dead. And we had a limited amount of time because we had to meet a friend coming from another direction, and he was out of cell service, so we couldn't really contact him in time he was gonna have to wait. So, we had kind of a small window to try to sort this out. And we failed. There's 3 of us, all of us mechanically inclined, and, first thing we pulled off the headlight so that we can get to the connectors up there for the starter switch. I jumped the starter switch to bypass it, to basically eliminate it from the puzzle here. And we looked at some of the other wiring, and it just didn't make sense that the wiring or the connectors or anything like that would have a problem such as this, where it worked 1 second, didn't the next. So this is when so on this particular problem, the starter button, the one up on the handlebars, did absolutely nothing. It wouldn't excite the fuel pump, wouldn't start the bike, wouldn't turn over the motor, nothing. It was completely dead. The system was dead. And so we looked at all the fuses first. There's fuses here and down here. These are the ones for the starter solenoid, because this is the starter solenoid right here. It has this big cable hooked onto it. That's the battery cable. All the fuses looked just fine. They looked fine, they felt fine. Sometimes you can grab the prongs and wiggle them, and sometimes that will tell you if there's maybe a connection issue in there, if they wiggle when they're not supposed to. But ultimately, in the short amount of time we had in the parking lot, we failed and didn't find the problem. So next day, we're back home here, and of course I had some time to think about it on the drive home, and I just thought this has to be a fuse issue. And so I started here at the solenoid first, and I replaced both of those fuses, and bam, the thing starts. It was actually this bottom one. So here's the top, bottom, and it was this bottom one that was the problem. And here's the bottom one over here, sitting right there. This is a brand new one. I got up my voltmeter and I tested both of them, and they both have the exact same readings. Nothing looks bad with this one, nothing. It looks perfectly normal, but it didn't work. It just could be, I didn't even try to reuse it. It could have been corrosion in the connector, who knows. But bottom line is, carry some of these fuses in your truck or in your pack, and they might come in handy, because he did a 6-hour round trip for nothing, paid for a hotel room for nothing, and missed out a perfect day of riding when it was action traction, magic dirt. So I just want to give you guys a heads up on this. The 2-strokes and the 4-strokes use the same system, very similar system, for a lot of years. 22 on back to I don't know where, but a long ways back. So if you're in your airbox, if you have something like, if you have electric starter, then you have a solenoid like this. So it's going to be from about, let's see. Sorry, I'm forgetting right now when the electric start bike started on 2-strokes. 06, I think. And then, I don't know on the 4-strokes either. So anyhow, if you have electric starter, you have a solenoid. And you should carry some extra fuses, and it might save your butt someday. All right, guys. It's got a little longer than I anticipated, but get out and ride. Don't forget why you bought your bike. A little throttle therapy, and that's all for now.